Hi, today's video is all about these 4-week-old Australian Labradoodle puppies. These mini Labradoodles have just turned 4 weeks old, and this video is going to be their litter update. So we're going to tell you a little bit about each of the puppies in the litter. We'll give you an update on what each of them has been doing, an update on the litter of Labradoodle puppies as a whole, and tell you a little bit about Mama Holly. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and these are the Labradoodle puppies from our much anticipated litter. These are mini Australian Labradoodles, and they come in caramel, chocolate, and black. And we have phantoms and parties in this litter. This is a really pretty litter of mini Labradoodles. So we're going to start off with the news about the litter as a whole. And we're going to do the puppies in birth order. And I have the firstborn here, who's Mr. Light Blue Collar. And he's just so comfy, he's resting. So we'll go ahead and do the whole litter update, the news for the litter as a whole, while he's having a snooze. And then maybe he'll wake up for his starring role in the video. So the puppies have all moved out of the maternity ward into the nursery. So this is a huge move for the puppies. And we moved the little Labradoodles out of the maternity ward when their ears and eyes are open. They're able to go to the bathroom on their own, and they are able to regulate their temperature a bit more. We also wait until they're really mobile. So these little mini Labradoodles were all scurrying around the nest in the maternity ward, and they were starting to be able to get out of the nest with no problem. So that's always a good signal to us that it's time for them to have some more space and to be able to graduate into the nursery. And one of the reasons why we want to give them more physical space is so they are able to run around more. So the puppies are all interacting with each other now. They're playing together, and this is how they start to develop all of their muscles, their coordination, and also learn doggy etiquette. So let's go on with this little sweetheart here, Mr. Light Blue Collar Boy. So Mr. Light Blue Collar Boy is a puppy who is a very calm, very relaxed type of fellow. As you can see, he's sound asleep while I hold him here. Sometimes when we do the first video in the studio where we don't have mom and we take the puppies away from their litter mates, the puppies are a little bit anxious and a little bit concerned. And also for this video, we have all of the puppies in crates. So this is their first exposure to being in crates with the door closed. They've all been in crates right from the time they were little. They've gone in and they've had access to Holly and her milk bar in the crate. But this is the first time they're in and the door is closed and mom's not there. So for little puppies, that's a big event. And the other thing that these puppies have done this week is go on to solid food, which we'll talk about a little later. So this handsome boy is a chocolate phantom. Oh, there I saw an eye. There you go, wake up for a second, handsome. He is extraordinarily adaptable. When we moved him from the nursery, or rather from the maternity ward to the nursery, he was like, oh, okay. Absolutely not the least bit concerned at all. You may hear some singing in the background, and that is because it's the first time in the crate for these puppies. There we go. Now he's going to wake up and show you his beautiful eyes. This guy is a gorgeous, handsome boy. He also has some white markings on him across his chest, under his chin, and he has a little bit on his toes. And Mr. Blue Collar Boy, Light Blue Collar Boy, is now 847 grams. So we'll put him back, and we'll go to our next puppy, who is Miss Purple Collar. Hi, sweetheart. Bye, sweetie. Now, Miss Purple Collar is a caramel party, and she is an extreme party. Now, in this week's video, you'll notice she has a little bit more color on her than last week. And no, it's not because her caramel has darkened up at all. It's because she is wearing some of the food from her pan. So she has some stuck on the top of her head, a little bit on her nose here. She's a very enthusiastic eater from the pan, and I think she's really quite happy to have the pan of food there, as she doesn't have to compete so much to get her fair share of the nourishment as she does when she's at Mama Holly's milk bar. So why is the food on her head orange? Well, what we are feeding them right now is goat's milk combined with pablum, just like you would feed a person baby. and pumpkin. And we put lots of pumpkin in their food when we first introduce them to solid food, as pumpkin is a really great helper with digestion. It helps alleviate any concerns with constipation or diarrhea from introducing the new diet to the puppies. Once they turn 5 weeks old, then we'll introduce them to raw food, but we get them onto the pablum to start off with. Oh yes, this little girl's very quiet. She's incredibly sweet, very affectionate, and she is an extreme party because you'll see on the main part of her body, she only has color just down here on her tail, off to the left side of her body, and on her ears. She's just the prettiest little thing, but just really just such a little angelic little puppy. And Miss Purple Collar is the smallest puppy in the litter this week, and she is 785 grams. Next we have Blue Collar Girl. Now Blue Collar Girl, similar to Purple there, is also a party. But she is not an extreme. She is a regular party, and she also is a chocolate party. Hi, hello. And this little lady they all have some dirt on their feet, also because they walk through their food pan all of the time, so the food gets stuck on them. This little lady, if you take a look at the top of her eyebrows, her chits as we call them, you'll see that they're a different color, like she has eyebrow pencil on. And that's because she's sable. She's a chocolate sable. Sable is my favorite Labradoodle color. It's very unique. With every single dog, it's different. You never know exactly how it will end up turning out when they're older, and you never know what each puppy is going to look like. So I just think it's one of the most fun colors, and it's certainly very beautiful. If you follow us on Facebook at Van Isle Doodles, you'll have seen a picture of Blue Collar Girl next to my heart dog, Ripple. And I had this little girl's 4-week picture, and I had Ripple's 4-week picture, and they're practically clones. It's really interesting. So it's really, really nice for us to see, because it means our line is running true. And Ripple's brother is this puppy's maternal grandpa. Oh, that's a complicated family tree, isn't it? But you can see, you can see that scared her when I laughed too loud. This little girl's very friendly. She's naturally gravitates to children, and she's very affectionate with her kisses. She's always giving me big, big kisses. Her favorite is to kiss your nose. Yes, and also glasses. We have to have a lot of glass cleaner in this house. And this little beauty is 954 grams. So she's almost at that 1 kilogram mark. Yes, she is. She will be at that 1 kilogram mark, or she'll be over it when we do next week's update of 5 weeks. So that's dark Blue Collar Girl. Next we have Orange Collar. Hello, sweetheart. Now, Orange Collar is one of our black puppies. And Orange Collar is a very pretty little girl. And you can really see the pumpkin on you. Yes, you can. She has food all stuck all over the top of her head here. She has some on her paws. I can feel it. Now, the reason why we leave it stuck on them and we don't bath them is we try to delay their first bath as long as possible. At 4 weeks old, they still have very gentle or very sensitive skin, so we want to be gentle with that and keep that in mind. So we'll let them go and get mucked up for a little bit, and then we'll give them a bath after we're switching them off of the pablum and onto raw dog food. So usually at around 5 weeks is when we start introducing the raw food to them. Some of them will eat it right away. Some of them will take another week before they give up the goat's milk and the pablum. Hey, so this little girl almost looks like a phantom, but she's not. She is a sable, just like her sister, dark Blue Collar, before her. And I guess she must be hungry because she's looking around to see if I got anything to offer there. You know, I got nothing there for you, baby girl. So she will change color. These highlights that she has here, these 10 points, will change a little bit as time goes on. Her black will probably lighten up a bit, and she'll be just a really unique and gorgeous color with all sorts of nifty little highlights. See? Yes. And Miss Orange Collar Girl is weighing in at 823 grams. This little girl is also a very sweet and one of the more quiet puppies in the litter. She's a very gentle little girl. Yes, you are. And you got some just under your eye there. There. Now that's better. So that's our little Orange Collar Girl. Next we have green collar girl. Hi. Now green collar girl is the only puppy in the litter. Oh no, she's not. Sorry, never mind that. Green collar girl is a chocolate phantom as well. And she is the puppy who is just a little bit more unsure of things. When we moved them out from the maternity ward into the doodle den, she was, I'm not too sure about this. She fussed about it for a little while, but then she settled right down. And you can see right now she's just not too sure. She's trying to find my eyes and get some reassurance from eye contact that everything is okay. That, yeah, you're gonna be safe. Yeah, I promise. So you can see as soon as she's able to establish that eye contact and get just a general idea of my facial expression. She can't see well enough yet to really know that I'm smiling, but she is able to tell the difference between this kind of face and this kind of face, and also my tone of voice. So she's reassured by that, and she just wants that eye contact. So this is the type of puppy who looks to humans for her cues and looks to humans for her reassurance. Some puppies rely on other puppies or other adult dogs for that, and some puppies right from the get-go rely on people. So this is the type of puppy who will form a very strong bond with her humans. Yes, you will. And our beautiful green collar girl is the first puppy to break that 1 kilogram mark today. And she is 1.02 kilograms, so just barely over the 1 kilogram mark. She's quite a clumsy eater. She has lots of food all over her. She is forever falling in the pan. She's fallen in it sideways a couple of times, and she's forever getting her feet in it. Oh, that's just not too coordinated yet with that, are you? No, you're just so anxious for her food. She's a very, very sweet little girl. Next we have yellow collar boy. Hello, yellow. Yellow collar boy has this gorgeous gleaming ebony coat. It's just beautiful. It's almost a mirror. And he is a phantom as well. So he has all sorts of neat colors going on with his phantom. So you'll see that he has the usual tan points down on his legs there, but his tan points across his chest are actually a silvery cream color, which is what Mama Holly has. So Labradoodles can have phantom in the brown tones, or they can be in the cream tones, and he has both. So he's a very special and extra handsome little guy. Mr. Yellow Collar is quite the sweetie pie. He's just got a really nice blend of being outgoing as well as being he's not bossy or anything like that. We have only one boss in this litter, and it's definitely not him, but he's also not one who gets bossed around. And you can see he has lots of beautiful white, even on the side of his face on his tan points. He has both the tan and the cream color, and then he's got white under his chin. And, oh, he's just such a handsome boy. He is. He too is doing really well eating out of the pan, although he is always the first one to run to Mama Holly. That is definitely still his preferred mode of being nourished, is to go and get some nummy Labradoodle milk bar for this little puppy. And Mr. Yellow Collar, he is the biggest puppy in the litter. He is 1.07 kilograms. So that's our little yellow collar boy. Next we have brown collar girl. This puppy, what can we say, brown collar girl? First of all, she is an extreme party, and she has her very distinctive and incredibly cool half ear. We call her half ear because it's half chocolate and half white. And she has a lovely bit of orange coloring from pumpkin, but this is her actual coat down here, just that little bit. And you can see she has pumpkin on her tail. She has pumpkin on her front legs. This little girl the other day fell asleep with her head in the pan. She fell asleep eating. She is a glutton. She will eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and you can see she's trying to eat my fingers now, looking for more. She is always a hungry girl, and this is the bossy girl of the litter. Talk, talk, and talk. She is always giving us stories. She's the one you heard that was singing in the crate. You'll notice now that I have her, it's entirely quiet. She always has something to say. She's always the first one out. She's always, hey, here I am, pay attention, what's next? Have you got food? She has so much personality. She is a really big personality girl. Yes, Yes, you are. So she is going to, well, we don't know what she's going to be like, of course, as she matures, but were she to be like this at the point when we're allocating puppies, we would be allocating her to a family who also had lots of personality and was looking for a big personality puppy, because that's what this one is. And Ms. Brown Collar is 974 grams. She gained almost 300 grams in 1 week. So you can tell she really does love her groceries, and she's forever searching for them, as she's doing right now. It is her whole life is getting something to eat, and that's very un-Labradoodle-like. Normally we have to convince them all to eat. Yeah, you must have lots of lab on your, yes, you do, they're so cute. She's very confident too. So that's our little brown color bossy girl, Miss Half Year, wearing more food than anyone else. And last but not least in our little is a red collar boy. A red colored girl, rather. Yes, you're a girl. And this is our other little chocolate phantom girl in the litter. This little doll is she is just a little doll. She's very, very quiet. She's very reserved. She never, ever, ever wants to make a fuss or have anyone even hardly notice her. But when you do have her, all she wants to do is snuggle. She just wants to be held. She'd be quite happy if I picked her up and carried her around all day long. She could, opposite to Brown, she couldn't care less if there was food there or not. She'll eat, but it's not anything that's of any importance to her at all. No. The only thing that matters to her is that she gets cuddles and somebody smiles and gives her a hug, and that's all she really wants. She's a very snuggly puppy. You'll always see her snuggled up with other puppies when she's sleeping, or if she's sleeping outside of the crate, you'll see her snuggled up to something like this, one of the toys we have. She'll rest her head on one of the toys. She's very tactile. She's very, very responsive to people. Very calm, very, very quiet. And you can see she'll probably just fall asleep in my arms while I'm doing this. And Red Collar Girl is 946 grams. So she, similar to Brown, gained 300 grams. Now I'm not surprised with Red Collar Girl because she has always been a tiny puppy. And usually when we have a tiny puppy and we start introducing solid food, those tiny puppies start to catch up because they no longer have to compete for a spot at the milk bar, and they have more access at the pan to be able to nourish themselves more completely. And the other thing all these puppies have, as you can notice with her right now, is teeth. They are all teething. So far, they're not so sharp that they hurt, but that by next week, these will all be little razor blades that will be ow, 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 ow. For now, they're not too bad if you happen to have your finger in their mouth. They're all looking for things to chew on. We have lots of things in their area with them so that they can work away at getting those teeth through and help satisfy that desire to just put everything and anything in their mouths. So that's all the puppies from our litter. Holly's doing great. She's still interested in the puppies. She still likes to go in and feed them. Her appetite's dropped off just a smidge, which is totally normal at 4 weeks because now nature is telling her, her instincts are telling her it's time to start cutting back and start weaning the puppies. She also is well aware, of course, that the puppies are being fed, and so the demands on her are not as great. So she will naturally just start to ease back on her food consumption. She'll start to ease back on her mama responsibilities, and she'll start to let her puppies become a bit independent. So it's a really important milestone time for the puppies where they go from being absolutely dependent on their mama Labradoodle to being less and less and less. And they also start to develop all their personalities. That's why I was able to give you just little bits of information on each of them today. Way too soon to really say, oh yeah, definitely this one's like this. We often have had puppies like Brown where they're very boisterous and they're very, come on, and then at 8 weeks, they're quite different. So just because one is one way right now does not mean that that's how they'll be as they mature. This is the time when we start seeing them and we start bringing them along, and each week you'll learn a little bit more about them. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please take a second to give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of our videos and more of our Labradoodle puppies, please subscribe to our channel. And we are located in Canada, and we do not sell our puppies outside of Canada. For those of you who are following us from the States, I'm really sorry. Plus our border is closed right now. And we hope that you really enjoyed seeing the little puppies today. And we'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching.